Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube video for critical karaoke for our hip-hop class this semester. I was going to talk about the topic of hip-hop and its ability to start movements, and as you all know, we've discussed different movements in our class and songs associated with them, like for example, Fight the Power. We listened to that, so I tried not to use that one in this video or in this assignment. But the first song that I really just thought was it spoke to me in a way, and I know that it spoke to the people at the time. When Lil Wayne wrote Georgia Bush after Hurricane Katrina, I thought when listening to this for the first time that it was just a man pouring his heart out on a beat to try and speak to the people in a way that they can understand. And I think it was a reflection of Wayne's mind during the weeks after the hurricane. President Bush was criminally slow to react to the widespread rampant flooding and destruction of Louisiana. Many people in trouble in the city were lower income families, and majority of them were black families. He made this song, in my opinion, to take jabs at the president and the media, because not only was the president slow and feeble, but the media just kept trying to push this narrative that the looting, this and that, trying to play it off like these people were crooks when they were literally just stealing food for their lives. Like, they had nothing else. And I just feel like this song chambered through all types of communities, and it really was allowed people to relate to a cause and relate to grieving for these people. And it just opened the eyes of many Americans for the wrongdoings of the Bush administration, and even helped spark protests in all around Louisiana and stretching to Washington, D.C. That song really helped just build up who Lil Wayne is morally. For me, hearing that made me more of a fan of Lil Wayne than he before, just because I like rap that has a little bit of meaning to it. And he does make a lot of upbeat, super positive songs, and that was just like he threw a curveball at us, and I really enjoyed listening to it. And I know that it did numbers in terms of changing the mentality of some American people. But the next song I want to talk about is Police State by Dead Prez. I like this song a lot because it speaks to the American people, especially to the American lower and middle class. Coming from a lower middle class family myself, growing up in a group home, definitely understand a lot of what this bro is talking about, from the over policing to the violence, seeing violence and political corruption and unfair wages, you name it. But it just calls for unity, and it calls for the attention of the American people. Just look at what our politicians are doing, the highway robbery that they commit day in and day out. The song speaks even about faking lifestyles in black youth. Like, for instance, he says, I would take a slug like a UAP while all you fake try to copy Master P. And it's just kind of like he's kind of trying to send a wake-up call to the youth at the time. Like, you don't need all this the flashy bling blow, like the chains, the cars, the big clothes, all that sort of stuff. Like, what really matters is like what's going on in here and how you portray that, how you tell people and start movements, how you get people behind you and get positive things going in your community. And I just feel like this song really emphasized those points, and I really enjoyed it. Not only has hip-hop been creating movements throughout its lifespan, it creates movements and protests today. For instance, in 2020, George Floyd was murdered in cold blood by a crooked police officer in Minnesota. This sparked a movement that could not go unnoticed by the politicians and billionaires. The Black Lives Matter movement was huge. I know everybody here remembers it, but millions of people took to the streets to protest, and almost every city in the U.S. saw widespread, whether it was peaceful or unpeaceful protests. And many artists like Lil Baby, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, YG, Jay-Z, they all made songs or stood up, went to protests, and Lil Baby even released a song, Bigger Picture, which is about unity and about staying together, and it's bigger than color. It's us as Americans. And hip hop has just always been a beacon of unity for the people. And I think that no matter the movement or issue, there will always be someone who can rap about something in a way that inspires others around him to stand up. And I just feel like it's really the best art form to communicate how you really feel and what really goes on in your brain. And I feel like it's times like these that we're in right now, where someone needs to start a movement, start protesting, start resisting, because our government is just ignorant and corrupt and crooked and evil, and they're fascist, and it's disgusting. It's an oligarchy. We need a movement right now. And I just feel like this topic really relates to how I feel about the current situation, just not really feeling comfortable as an American. And I just feel like, in conclusion, hip hop will always be, like I said, the beacon of unity for the people, and the tide that causes the waves to crash in whenever a movement does start. Thank you for watching.